Hi, for my final project today, I will be talking about why I believe that homeschooling is way better than public school, private school, any other school. I want to talk to you and let you know why and how it's important to homeschool and why that is the best idea for you. Now we're going to begin to look at four different things that pertaining to this issue. The first thing we're going to look at is safety. The next thing we're going to look at is bullying. The next thing we're going to look at is the cost. And then the final thing that we're going to look at is the one-on-one attention that the students will be able to get. Now let's start with the safety first. Let's start there. Now, we know that there have been so much happening in schools all over this world. And one of the main shootings that took place was, of course, was the Columbine shooting that actually took place April 20th, 1999. And during this shooting, we had 12 students that actually died, that was murdered. We had one teacher, and then of course we had two of the two suspects that actually did the shooting. They turned the gun and actually shot themselves, and it also left 21 other students, injured. So where can you find this? Now you can go and look and find this particular information if you go to the website history1900s.about.com. You will find, that's my first citing, you will find where they talks about how the children came in and they began to shoot, and it was just so much that was going on. People was terrified, horrified, parents worried about their children, and that's one of the big things that we have to deal with now. Now this is still occurring. Even after that, it have been several other shootings that have taken place. Our children just not safe in the school system anymore. You go through, you do all the protection, you try to put the locks on the door, but bottom line, if you got your child at home and you homeschooling them, you won't have to worry about anybody coming in doing a shooting. You there with your child is safety. You don't have to worry about anything going on with them because they're at home and you doing that homeschooling, and that's the only thing that they are dealing with. Now the next thing I want to talk about is the bullying. Now, a lot of these shootings, believe it or not, occur because of bullying. Bullying has taken really stepped up. That's one of the biggest problems in the school now. Now, if you go to www.bullyingstatistic.org, you will find that bullying is the number one thing that have taken over in the school system. Now, people, you have different types of bullying. You have the cyber bullying, where they on the internet, where they sending things that they bully in there. You also have the gay bullying, where some children are gay and they get bullied because of that. Then you got some children that's getting bullied because of their weight. You got some that just being bullied, just to be bullying. And so it have come real rapid in the school system, and the children just don't know which way to turn. And if you got your child at home and you homeschooling them, again, this is something you don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about your child coming home crying, saying, "Mom, Dad, I got bullied today because of what I wore to school. I got bullied today because how I look." Because we realize all children are different. We realize no child is the same. Every child learn different. Every child dress different. Everybody's situation is different. So if you got your child at home, that one thing that you don't have to worry about, you don't have to worry about them being bullied. And children are being bullied all over. They've been bullied in the public schools as well as the private schools. A lot of times people say, well, I can get them out the public and put them in the private. Well, guess what? There have been shootings in privates. There also have been bullying bullying in private school. That's why homeschool is what best for you. Put your child, homeschool them. You won't have to worry about them being bullied. They right there. It's just you and them. Learning and doing what they need to do. They don't have the stress, they don't have the headache, they don't have the heartache of other children bullying them. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about is the cost. Of course, it costs a lot. You know, the public school now, they have so much that you got to pay for. You got to send in for this, different types of meeting. And with the economy today, with lacks of jobs, you know, a lot of money is something that we just don't have. And also trying to put them in private school that costs a whole lot, you know, just for education is just ridiculous. But if you homeschool your child, they got free homeschooling for you. And you can go on there and you don't have to worry about all these PTOs accounts. You don't have to worry about sending money for t-shirts, sending money for this, sending money for that. Every week my daughter comes home, she needs something that she got to pay for the school. I'm telling you, the school is really breaking the parents. But if you homeschool your child, you won't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about the cost, because the only cost that you're going to put out is the necessary cost, not the unnecessary cost. Now, don't get me wrong. There will be some costs that you have to pay, you know, but some stuff is just unnecessary. You know, I shouldn't have to pay to be a part of my child, you know, grade level. I just shouldn't have to pay to, you know, to just attend a function that my daughter is giving. You know, it's just really crazy how they are really trying to get over with the parents. Now, the last thing that I want to talk to you about is the one-on-one attention. Now, if you homeschool your child, you got the opportunity to do that one-on-one. The classroom is not overcrowded, because if you look now, there's so many schools that really got people overcrowded, the classroom overcrowded. Now, I went to the school, Eufaula Primary School, where my daughter attends. I went there, and that's another one of my sightings, that I went there and I just looked at the classrooms, and the classrooms are full, you know, over 20 students in a second grade classroom. And if you got a child that really needs that attention, it's going to be kind of hard for them to get that attention, hard for them to get that one-on-one attention that they really need. But if they are homeschooling, guess what? They got that one-on-one. They don't have anybody else. They don't have no distraction. It's just them and you and the teacher. That's all it is. So homeschooling is better. If you have not given it an idea, you have not thought about it, let me tell you today, this is the perfect time to think about it. Homeschooling your child, it is the best thing that you can do, because you don't have to worry about, again, all the shooting that's going on. You don't have to worry about all this bullying that's going on. You don't have to worry about all this cost that's being thrown at you. And you also, you will be able to get that one-on-one attention, and that child will be able to get exactly what they need. So if you have not considered homeschooling, consider today, because I tell you, that will be the best thing that you could ever do for your child. Have a good day.